Hi guys, welcome you to the first lesson, Introduction to Economics. Let's move on. So what is economics? Economics is basically the study of economic behavior of a man. Economic behavior consists as engaging in making economic decisions for the economy. So when we are talking about economics, does it falls under science? Yes, it falls under science, but it's not the typical science which are coming to conclusions using lab tests. It's a science that cannot be proved through lab tests, but it can be proved and studied through the human behavior in the society. Therefore, it's a social science. So, economic aspect of human behavior is studied under economics. So, moving on, how do humans satisfy their physical and mental needs? That this plays a major role in when coming to economics, as economics is a science of solving the problem of choice, which comes as to satisfy unlimited human needs compared to the limited economic resources. So there's two ways that satisfy physical and mental needs. One's are needs and other ones are the wants. Needs that can be directly fulfilled by the consumption of goods and services, and the physical needs, the mental needs are needs that cannot be directly fulfilled by consumption of goods and services such as love and kindness. So, coming back to describe economics as a social science, economic behaviors of people are examined in the society and it comes to conclusions in the subject of economics. So, it cannot be proved on the labs, and economic theories and economic behaviors changes from time to time to the regions and to the environment which the economic man lives in. So economic study, the human behavior studied and the economics relate to production, exchange, consumption of the economic man, and it's the basic. It's basically the study of solving the problem of unlimited desire to the limited resources. So when you come to some basic definitions on economics, the subject economic is a subject that studies the relationship between scarce resources with already users and human want is called economics, and economic is a science which studies how unlimited human wants are fulfilled through limited resources. So remember the keywords in these definitions and you'll be able to remember the definition for the economics. So what are the importance to students and for us on learning what is economics? There are few important steps which are it's important to the rulers of the country to make economic decisions using, we'll talk about those in further chapters. So there are various areas that need to be considered when making decisions. So as a citizen, it's duty to get updated on the economy of the country and make wise economic decisions in a personal level. And by learning economics as a citizen, you will be able to understand economic phenomena well, and you won't be able to get fooled. And as investors, consumers, and producers, it would be efficient. It would lead to efficient decisions if you have an idea on economics and how it works. And basically, in elections, when you have an idea on the economic phenomena, you can make and choose the right candidate. And as students, it helps your logical thinking and have a great chance on having a better job with your economics understandings. Economics has major two parts. Basically, they are microeconomics and macroeconomics. So, microeconomy is a small behavior units of the economy, which each sector, institution, and persons and those variables are separately assessed. As examples, studying the demand and supply and price determination of the good, production function of production cost, market operations for each goods, scarcity, marginal cost, choice made from alternatives are some examples for microeconomic factors. Macro. Macroeconomy is the aggregate functioning of an economy and economy that takes place the sum of small units of each sector. As examples, institutions and personal level, like the combination of the institutions and personal levels of the economy, aggregate output, aggregate income, inflation, unemployment are the ones that comes under macroeconomics. So when it comes to economics, the people who are fluent in it are called an economist. Economists use various types of decisions when making their decisions. So they can be considered as normative and positive. So normative statements are statements presented in relation to what should exist and what should happen. So give an eye to the word should. So when you use the word should, it means that it someone says that it should be do this, it should be like this. So those are based on personal views and beliefs, and those are mostly subjective by person to person. It's difficult to test normative statements using real world data as those are personal views of the specific economics. As an example, every person should get a minimum wage of 5,000 rupees. Sri Lanka should maintain the growth level at 20%. So those are normative statements. Positive statements shows what happened, what will happen. And those can be verified with data are called positive statements. It describes the nature of a particular thing that existed and will exist and will happen in the future. So those are scientific and theoretical in nature. As an example, population growth in Sri Lanka is 1%. Unemployment level is 14%. There's a negative relationship between price and the quantity. Those are factual statements. So those are called the positive statements. So for now, we can have a stop and start the revision again.